Hey everybody, so excuse the noise you might hear outside. I'm recording in the little front entrance of my house because natural light is shining through really nicely and it's a really nice day. And then I like my hair, which is my Grace Hair Products hair Brazilian body wave in just 22, 24, 26, 28. That was once a U part, but I added a closure and made it into a full wig, and I got this hair back in August, excuse me, last year. So the hair is really old and it's beautiful, like still bouncy and everything. So I was just contemplating like a video that I could make or just talk about. It didn't have to be anything of a review or anything like that, but it's just something so I can just come and talk to you guys about something that, you know, is relevant or something that you all want to hear about. And I felt like the biggest topic that I can talk about is my progression on YouTube and basically why I started YouTube. So I started well, I've always been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for, I don't know, since like 2007, but of course I was in 7th grade, but I wasn't posting any videos. I just did it to, you know, just watch videos and to make comments on them because, you know, that was the big thing back then before, you know, YouTube got big. So it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school that I started making videos. The first video I made was a review for a flat iron, and I wish I still had my laptop that I, you know, uploaded all of those videos on, because everything would just fit in so perfectly. If I could download the videos and edit them into this video, that would be great, so you guys can see how much I've matured and, you know, how much my channel has changed, but that's gonna be later on. So when I first made my first video, it was just because my grandma had just bought me a new flat iron off of Folica, yeah, it was Folica.com, and it was my Fahrenheit flat iron, and I was in love with it. This was before the wigs, the weaves, and all that stuff. It was my natural hair, and I really liked it, so I just wanted to tell everybody about it. And, you know, looking back on it, how squeaky my voice was and how energetic I was, and how much I could ramble about a flat iron for 5 minutes straight. You know, it was just something fun to do. I had picked up a camera. I saw that you could upload videos on YouTube, so I was like, why not? It's just something to do. So from there I made like little episode type things about lurking, and if you go, well, I'm probably gonna private those videos now because looking back on them is really embarrassing compared to like how my channel has changed into like today's time. But I was making episode videos, and like I was just so hyper, so loud, so my voice was so high, and it's just like, you know, you see how much you change once you look at it through video. And that was another reason why I made my YouTube, was just to track my progress as a person, maturity as an age. I started my channel when I was 15. I was 15 when I made my first video, and I'm about to turn 20. Okay, so that's almost 5 years. And when I started making YouTube videos, I just did it for fun. It wasn't for, I didn't know about making money off of my YouTube videos. And even if I did know about it, I was still too young to do it. I was still too young to actually gain the money myself because I wasn't 18 yet. So I didn't know anything about receiving products because that just wasn't my focus. I just did it because it was fun. And from there, I just started making little hair videos or whatever, because I did like to do my natural hair really pretty, and people used to ask me, you know, how I did the stuff I did, what products I used. So eventually I just began to start making videos about it, and if anybody wanted to see how I did my hair, I just directed them to my YouTube channel. You know, they could watch blah 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 blah. I wasn't keeping track of no subscribers because, you know, I didn't really pay attention to it. It wasn't really a big deal. All I know is just post videos, done. That's it. So from that point, what else happened? My first sewing. Excuse all the cars in the background. You know, excuse all the cars because this is a pretty busy street I stay on. But I started doing hair reviews, but it wasn't from hair that I received for free. My first sewing was with this hair called Ultra Premium Nuyaki, and if I can just go back and compare it to how this hair is, I would never ever in life touch the hair ever again. But since it was my first sew-in, my mom was like, I'm not going to get you any expensive hair, because if you don't like the hair and you get it sewn in, you're going to waste all this money, blah, 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 blah. So I took care of that hair like it was nobody's business. My mama told me that that hair was only supposed to last for 2 weeks, and I made it last for 3, almost 4 months. So I just made, you know, little updates and video reviews on that because people wanted to know what kind of hair it was, and the fact that it was from the beauty supply store and it was only like $40 a pack. People were definitely interested, so that's what I did. And from there I started doing more reviews on hair that I bought myself. I did a review on some Velvet Remy. That was my second sew-in. Then I had my Bobby Boss hair that I did for my senior year of high school. And you know, I was genuinely just making videos just to inform people, and I still do. But it was the fact that I did it and I wasn't keeping track of anything. I didn't know about scheduling times to upload videos. All I knew was, oh, idea, record this video real quick, upload. I had a early 2000 version of a Dell laptop, and my camera at the time, well, my first camera, the camera I recorded my first video on was a Canon PowerShot SX200 IS, and my editing system, which was Windows Movie Maker on the old laptop, could not take the file of my camera's movie file. So I didn't have an editing system, so I had to use YouTube's editing systems, which means I had to upload all the clips to the videos on YouTube, which took hours, and then I had to use their editing system, which depleted my quality 350,000 million trillion %. So my video quality sucked. I didn't know anything about HD. I didn't know anything about nothing. Basically, I didn't have any editing systems. I don't have a Mac. I didn't have the professional camera like I do now, but you know, I was just doing it because, you know, I wanted to make videos. And from there, I believe it was when I did my She's Happy hair review on my YouTube channel, which was my freshman year of college. And I feel like that was when I noticed that YouTube was starting to become a thing for me, because when I did my 2 little reviews for my She's Happy hair, well, prior to that, in like 2012, I had reached 1,000 subscribers. But when I did my reviews for my She's Happy hair, wow, I was really loud. When I did my review for my She's Happy hair, which was in 2013, I made 2 videos for it, and then I took a 6-month break from YouTube. I don't know why. I think it was because I was just trying to focus on school. I didn't have video ideas. I was getting adjusted to the dorm life, college life as a whole. I didn't think about making college vlogs. I didn't know anything about that. Mind you, like, even though I had been on YouTube, this is 2013.
Oh, I thought somebody was at the door.
You funny.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh. Anyways, I don't even remember what I was saying. Okay, I took the 6-month break from YouTube because, I mean, yeah, I was getting adjusted to everything in college. I didn't think about making college vlogs. I didn't really know much about college vlogs. I didn't know about vlogs and all of that stuff like that. So when I came back, actually this is before I came back in November, I got an email from this digital company asking me to partner with them for YouTube, and that's what I did. And then that was before I turned 18 though, so I had to get my grandma's signature to sign on the contract, as you know, as a compliance for, you know, partnering together. And when I made my first video after my 6-month break, which was in May, I did a natural hair update. And was it May or March? March, I think March 2004. Anyways, I made my video, and from there I just started, you know, getting a little more consistent with my YouTube reviews. I still bought some hair. I still bought hair and made reviews on it, but it wasn't really until 2014 where I started receiving hair from companies. And I've been on YouTube since 2011. I'm over 25,000 subscribers, which is a nice amount, especially from where I started and not knowing what I was doing. I don't have any editing systems. I didn't really tell my family that I was making videos, so it was just like I was on my own. And I feel like being self-sufficient, even when you don't have the right resources, is what brought me to YouTube as what I'm doing today, doing makeup, expanding my channel, makeup vlogs like this one, just, you know, letting you guys know more about myself and the story behind my channel. It's just like, when you go into it and you don't really pay attention, you're not in it, you know, for the goods of the fruits of your labor, you're just doing it because you love it, you don't even notice that, you know, maybe you start off, you've been making videos and you have 500 subscribers and you're comparing yourself to somebody else who has over 100,000 subscribers. You have to think about how everybody starts off. Somebody else might not have this, might have better resources, not to say that yours are not up par, but somebody else might have more help, or, you know, somebody else might have a little more money to buy the proper equipment. And you know, I didn't have that proper equipment. I just made do with what I had. And for me to actually build up, my grandma has been supporting me for forever. She bought me my camera, I bought my ring light, got the tripod. I still have a Windows Movie Maker. I don't have a Mac. I want a Mac so I can have Final Cut Pro and, you know, teach myself how to use the stuff. And it's just, you don't have to have the expensive stuff to have a successful channel. Since I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years and I have 25,000 subscribers, I've seen people who've been on YouTube for a lot less than that and have way more subscribers than I do. But I just think to myself of how I started off and not caring about, you know, the subscribers, or, you know, how many I had as like a competition, or how many views I had. All I knew was I'm uploading videos that I want people to see. I'm informing people about stuff I feel like people should know about, and that's really all that mattered to me. Just giving that information, letting people see, you know, what I know, or just sharing knowledge that people can apply to themselves. That was really the only reason why I made YouTube videos. And, you know, now that I can see myself progressing as far as working with different brands and, you know, partnering with different companies and meeting new people, I see why I've gotten more attached to YouTube. I have my subscribers, my lovely subscribers. You all have helped me learn what to do to expand my channel, to make it more viewable for everybody else to watch, and instead of just making my hair videos that had like a very secluded audience, making vlogs, making makeup tutorials, making hauls, just making myself more marketable for everybody else to see is what is growing my channel to this day. I had reached 20,000 subscribers on New Year's. I have 25,000. 5,000 is a nice growth rate from the time January and it's March. So I'm proud of myself for that. Like, I just feel like being self-sufficient is what made me, you know, be the YouTuber I am today. I'm not famous. I'm like, people, you know, they ask me if, like, they see me out in public if I make YouTube videos. I'm like, yeah, just, you know, it's just me. I'm not famous. I don't ever claim to be. I just like making YouTube videos. Yeah, getting free hair, free products, that stuff is a perk, but at the same time, when you do something that you love to do and you do it without actually knowing about the perks beforehand, you know exactly what you're calling. And I feel like that's how I am today. That's how I got here. I don't know, I might look back in a few years, I might have way more subscribers, hopefully, because I just feel like 2015 is my year as far as my YouTube videos. I want to expand more clothing videos, traveling, more vlogs, just letting you guys in on, you know, me as a person, because I'm really cool. I didn't really, you know, tell everybody much about myself when I started my channel, because, you know, I didn't think much about that. But again, growth through YouTube is just something that you can just go through. You can go through my old videos and just watch. And I even have subscribers that have commented and told me how they've been following me since the beginning. And then I think about it, I'm like, that's been a really long time. And it touches me, because you don't really pay attention to the fact that it's actually people out there who who have, you know, literally been watching your video since you started making them, and they can actually see for themselves how much you've changed, and actually having somebody else notice your change before you before you acknowledge it yourself, and you're the person who's been changing. Just to reiterate it, it's reassuring that you're progressing, and that's why I'm still here. That's why I'm making videos. I might not be the best at making videos. I might not be the best editor. I might not be the best tutorial maker. I might not be the best talker as far as vlogs. I'm all over the place right now. But I'm doing what I love. Beauty, you know, makeup, hair. That's my calling. I am in college, you know, to get my degree, because that's what my grandma's been pushing me for, and I don't want to let her down. But I know deep down inside, the hair, the makeup, the business aspect of beauty is what I'm calling for, and YouTube is just helping me expand myself. For somebody potentially out there to see me and to reach out to me, for me to actually grow my brand as a person, and I'll actually be able to do what I love to do. And it all started from YouTube, free. Oops. Just free. Oops. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to let you guys in on my growth on YouTube, and you know, I just felt like this would be a really nice talk to you video, since a lot of people don't know much about me. So yeah, I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys liked everything I said. I hope this helps somebody out there who is aspiring to do more YouTube videos. Definitely leave comments or ask me anything that you want to ask me in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. I love you all. Bye.